Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Michael at RBM Crypto. I've had a few viewers reach out to me via email to ask me if I A, trade cryptocurrencies as well as teach educational content, and B, if I do trade, which indicators do I use and how do I do my trading. Now before we start this video, don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps us grow and helps me bring you guys more content more frequently. Now as we'll be talking about trading today, this is an educational video and this is not in any way financial advice. So for today's video, my first trading tip is to have a trading plan. Now there's tons of traders out there right now. They're trading on leverage, they're trading on spot exchanges. There's tons of different vehicles for them to invest their money right now. And a lot of them don't have an actual plan for how they're going to be investing and how they're going to take their trades. Now, I'm not somebody who trades daily or trades on the hourly or trades a lot of short-term time frames. I like to trade trends. Bull markets to bear markets, short-term bull markets to short-term bear markets, something where I can look at a weekly chart or a daily chart at the lowest or even a monthly chart to basically see where the market is and where the market is going to enter trades that I can hold for a longer period of time. Now, a trading plan could be a bunch of different things you can integrate together. One thing, it could be as simple as journaling, basically writing down your wins and your losses. That way you can teach yourself for the future how to be better. Now I do this along with a second step where I look at possibly having anywhere from 2 to 4 reasons to take a trade. I like to have at least 3. That way it can be guaranteed that, I feel comfortable taking this trade, and that way usually it helps me, make a profitable trade and not a negative one. Now for an example on how I do this, as you can see here, we're on the weekly chart on Bitcoin currently. I've shown you guys these 2 consolidation periods, one that we're currently still in here on the Bitcoin price at around 39,000 right now. We're at the bottom of this W range. So my first reason for taking a possible trade here, even though it is a risky location, like we could break down and easily go to brand new lows here and enter an even more bearish posture on the Bitcoin price. But this is a place right now where I'm confident that I could possibly make a trade. So my first reason here on my list, my trading plan, is there's a potential W forming on the weekly chart, which is a bullish pattern. So that would be my first reason for taking this trade. My second reason is I'm looking at the RSI here, and it looks like we're kind of somewhat printing a W here on the RSI. And this is a long-term trend line here that goes way back to December of 2019. We broke through it and we bounced, and now we put it in a higher low in this little W area here on the positive side, on the right side of that trend line. So I kind of like that. That's a second reason why I might take a trade in this location. My third reason is Willie down here is almost stupidly oversold right now. As you can see, when it's in the overbought territory, it's a pretty good indicator of telling you that we are almost near a top in the market. You can see that we were overbought here for a substantial amount of time, so you could be early exiting the market, but it is an indicator telling you that, hey, the market is definitely hot right now, it is overbought, and you should maybe look at taking profits on your trade. Now, we're in the opposite position right now. We're almost in oversold territory, so that is, once again, another reason why I might look at taking a trade here off of this W in this location. And I also have a fourth reason to take this trade. As you can look at the MACD histogram, we're currently trending upwards here. We're putting in a higher low on the long-term histogram, and we're almost in bullish territory. So that would be my fourth reason for taking a trade in this location. Now for this bullish trade to the upside, that is my trading plan. I have 4 reasons for taking it. I also have to look at certain things here as, we are at the bottom of this range. We could easily break down. There's some pockets here on the volume profile that basically look like, hey, we could possibly go lower since there's some pockets here that haven't seen a lot of action. So I do have to basically measure the bullish sentiment with the bearish sentiment and then make my decision. But when I have 4 solid reasons for taking a trade, hey, why not? Let's see what happens. And basically what I do at this point is I make sure that I set my stop loss on my trade at a favorable location, so I'm not losing and getting wrecked like with massive percentage losses, right? So if I were to take this trade in this location where we currently are right now, we're at the bottom of this possible W. As you can see, we've almost printed that W and confirmed it last week, but we were unable to do that. So the W is just not confirmed yet. So this could be another shot for us right here where I could take that trade. So what I would do is I would just go over to my indicators here and enter a long position right today. I would open this up here and I would set my stop loss. Most likely here, even 11% is kind of high. I might even go to these candle body lows here and just do like a 7% loss if it goes the opposite direction. And then I would set my target as high as I want for my trade to go. Usually, like I said, I trade longer term trends. So if I open the trade here at 39,000, I might set my first take profit target, at around 25%. And I might sell 25% of my trade at that location. And then at 50% of my trade would be my next target, where I would sell most likely 50% of my remaining allocation in that trade. And then if we get to 75% to 100%, that's where I would exit my trade completely and look to reallocate funds at that moment in time and wait for a potential either short trade or another bullish trade if I see another setup that I like moving to the upside. And that basically gives you guys a good overview of how I like to look at the markets and how I like to set up my longer term trades. Like I said, I don't do a lot of day trading. I don't have the time for it. I'm working like crazy. And I also want to bring you guys a ton of content as well. So I stick to longer term trends and trades because I'm comfortable in that environment. I don't pretend to be professional. I'm definitely not, but this is just an overview, since you guys asked, of how I like to do my trading. There's also one more indicator that I also use, and that's obviously the moving averages. I have the short-term 21-day moving average here in red, and then the 50, 100, and 200 moving averages is here as well, along with the volume profile, so I can kind of gauge and see where a lot of the trading has taken place over the last year and a half. Now, one last thing I wanted to mention, while I'm in this trade or a potential trade, so let me just re-add this trade here. 39,000, we'll set my stop loss here at these candle bodies, and we'll just set a target of, let's say, 50%. Okay, now when I'm in this trade, I've set a trading plan. Okay, I want to sell 25% at 25% to start taking profits, and then 50% at 50% to take my next profit target at number 2 there, and then at 75% to 100% is my third profit taking target. So once I set these targets, we have to remove emotion out of the equation, because that is what ends up costing us money. So when you see the price going up, hey, rah rah, moon boy, we got to stay out of that mindset where we stick to our trading plan, we take our profits, we start making money, and then we basically wait for the next trade, and we keep doing that over and over again, and hopefully we have more wins than losses so we can make money over time and not end up losing money. And that's pretty much how I go through my trading plan. I usually set up journals prior and post every single trade. I have my 2 to 4 reasons for taking a trade, and then I take my trade and I make sure that I set a nice stop loss. That way, if there's any issues with a trade going wrong, I don't lose too much money, and then I just push it to the side, remove emotion from the equation. That was a loss, and we move on to the next trade, get prepared for the next one, and hammer it and hope for a win. And then after those 2 to 4 potential reasons for taking the trade, I set profit targets. I make sure I stick to those profit targets. Like I said, keep emotion out of the equation. And then once the trade is finished, we move on to the next one. And that's how I trade, guys. It's nothing super complicated or crazy. That's basically just my trading plan, and I stick to that as much as I can. Sometimes I even get caught with the emotional side of things, and like I said, I jot that down, I journal it to make sure that I don't make the mistake again. And that's it for today's video. If you like this educational content on trading, I will do multiple trading tips videos for you guys. Just leave a comment in the comment section down below if you're enjoying this content, and I'll keep it coming for you. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you all on the next video. Thank you and take care.